Anybody got a cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger. What? We have cookies.
I think that was Ghost Elvis, everybody. And before that, we had Igor. All right. Did you like Igor?
Oh, yeah.
He really did electrocute Kurt. If you notice, he's gone.
Oh, he must have had to go away.
Well, he's out cold right now. He's been electrocuted pretty good.
Okay.
It won't kill him.
I think he'll wake up in the morning. He's all right.
Yeah. Because what I was trying to do, I was trying to say, how can we help you from here? And I'm thinking that you're with your book, maybe Adam would help you set that up. I'll set you up with the Twitter and all the other stuff and try to help you with setting you up for your book.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jeff? Is that a good idea?
That sounds good.
I mean, there she can go. We can publicize it a bit, and you get that out there. I mean, you can also go to other media. I don't know if have you ever tried? I got a really good question.
I typed most of it up so far.
Have you ever submitted it to any
100 pages to add?
Okay, have you ever gone to a newspaper and talked to a journalist to ask for help and tell them what happened to you? Or another
I don't
news,
know if they can
like
do
that.
anything except for make the book for you, and they don't make a lot of copies. Like if you want one copy for yourself.
No, I'm talking about just if they wanted to take your story and make their own like news article.
That's what Albert wanted to do.
Yeah.
Have you done it?
Yes.
I don't want. I don't know how to go about doing that. I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
I wish I
really
did.
easy.
Like, do I just contact somebody at the London Free Press? Or?
Yes, exactly. That's what you do.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just call the London
That's
Free
all I
Press.
have to do.
Yeah, and tell them you have a story for them. Yeah.
That would blow their fucking minds away.
Yeah. And if there's they might, you never know, they might take their story and they give you a journalist, or maybe you might get Supergirl.
Supergirl.
Well, you haven't been watching that TV show.
I don't watch
That was a new show, Supergirl.
I don't watch TV.
I don't know, The Good Girl. I don't watch TV, but I'll watch episodes that are, with no commercials.
I don't watch TV, period. I got sick of the commercials a long time ago, and then when I got to go watch it again, it was just so depressing. I couldn't watch it no more.
All right. We did pretty good. We covered most of your story. We still got 5 minutes
Yeah, we
left.
did.
Yeah.
It's really good. Thank you.
No problem. And yeah, we'll keep in touch, and I'll try to help you with anything you need.
Sounds cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank
Who's there with you now?
for the opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, boy.
Oh, anytime.
It's enough of that.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Yeah, I liked it better when Cookie Monster was here. He was more fun to talk with.
Maybe.
But who else could we get out here? Well, who didn't she meet yet in the castle? Who didn't she meet? Oh, we could get Father Guido to come and give you a blessing.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Father Guido.
You know what? I need it.
Okay, I'll get Father Guido. Hang on.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's a lot of shenanigans. Okay, I'll do it. It's Father Guido Staragucci here. I heard there's someone. Oh, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, buenas noches. So I heard you had a rougher time. So we're going to do a quick baptism like I do on the alien and babies.
Sounds great.
Because sometimes we forcefully baptize the alien and babies. When we catch them at the Vatican, And the spaceships are coming down, and we get to they smash the spaceship, and they give them to the Vatican, and we baptize them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I tell you. Now, put some water on you like this, so you'll be all right. Just to get a little bit wet. Get down in there a bit, girl. Dunk your head. That's good, girl. Good girl. Now start, rinse it off a bit. There you go. There. How's that? I did it pretty good. Her head, it did not explode. That was good, eh, Jeff? I never did that before.
Oh, that's good.
I didn't want to explode that one.
Good.
Oh, all right, so you're baptized. In the name of the
That's enough of
Father,
that.
and the Son, and of the Wolfman.
Please understand me.
So yeah. I'm glad he came and baptized you, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was worth it.
I love Father.
Oh, yeah.
Even, if we you came on this show, if it was for nothing else, at least Father Guido baptized you. Even if you didn't get nothing else out of it.
That's right.
Yeah. Was it worth it just for that?
I would say yes. You know why? Because for the simple fact, Mennonites won't even baptize their children until they can prove that they can remember like 30 verses of the Bible or the catechism.
You got to remember 30 verses of the Bible off by heart
Catechism is the same thing.
in order to get baptized?
Yeah, when you're like between 13 and 17.
Wow. That's incredible.
Stupid.
So basically, not many people get baptized then.
No.
Oh, just send them to Father Guido. The bad ones, Hey, I'll tell you, Father Guido, he can forcefully baptize the bad ones.
Put the vodka,
Really?
Put the
Oh, yeah.
vodka bottle down, girl. Lay down the vodka.
They might not
Put
survive.
it down. Oh. Put it down, girl. Lay the vodka bottle on.
Visit our website and follow us on the links. Visit Spreaker.com and follow Wolfman Mike for automatic emails informing you that we have gone live. Join us on Twitter in the chat room. #47 for live interaction. Music by Shylock and Relic, Adam Shadow, and the Monster Rock Band. All material on the show cannot be distributed or sold without written permission from Igor.
Ow! Okay. 3, 2, 1. And action. Slam down that.
Yeah, alright. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Alright, now with the Wolfman.
Cause I got something to say about it. And it goes something like this. Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test. You know you got to make him express how he feels. And baby, then you know your love is real. You don't need diamond rings or 18 karat gold. Fancy cars that go very fast. You know they
right. Can you dig it?
Oh, we're live on KTLK?
Not now. I'm going to put it live on KTLK. I think I will. You want to go?
Yeah.
Right now, we're just on Spreaker, but nobody's even in the chat room yet because they don't realize we were going to go back on.
Well, let's see what happens.
It feels lonely in here. We're like in this room, and no one else is in the room except me and Kurt.
Hello.
And that's it.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Anybody there?
Hello down there.
Donna will join soon.
Hello.
Friends.
Anybody there? Dave, let me in.
Hey,
Dave's not here. Dave's
why
not
do I
here.
refresh Spreaker and it still shows Camden, the psychic, 4.5 years old?
Well, that's strange.
Spreaker is not updated on your...
Okay, well, let me just check it out on mine right here.
Still shows...
Looking at it. Live. I
Say
got
it
it. Live with Kurt.
I wanna hear
Mine
that
comes up
again.
live with Kurt. Strange.
Spreaker is not updated.
We are live.
Your-
Okay, well, let me just check it out on mine right here. It's
Oh, we are
echoing.
about-
Yeah. That's
you're,
us on the air. I just put us on the... I'm showing you what Spreaker's playing right now. You're gonna see? You're gonna hear it echo.
Like a 5-second
Live. I got it live
That's
with Kurt.
the thing.
Mine
Hear
comes
that
up
again.
live with Kurt. Strange. See? It is live. It is live. But I don't know if anybody's listening. I have a feeling nobody's listening right now.
We'll find out. Anybody there? Willie. Willie's there.
Well, we'll see. So you got to hear you got to hear your Madonna. Now I want to hear my. How about a live exorcism?
Oh my God, no. A true live exorcism.
Yeah,
I
well,
still-
it's sort of
still-
it sort of is. It's an
still-
exorcism clip that.
Let me close out of a Spreaker and then rejoin it real quick,
Yeah, do that.
and then see if it's on live, because it shows Camden, poor little boy. Mother not take him to church today. Oh,
Oh, I don't think they'll be up in time.
ah.
Or you could go to the midnight mass with the
What's your
Wolfman.
Wolfman. I love you.
You come to my church. Church
You
of the
go
Wolf.
to Church where they have rattlesnakes. There are churches out there in the woods that use rattlesnake. They take the scripture literally. You need a rattle. No venom from a snake will hurt you. Oh, there you're live. Hi. They will.
What do you know?
holler,
What do you know, Kurt, about the
singing
Jezebel?
songs.
The Jezebel spirit. What do you know about the Jezebel spirit?
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to go there because I don't know, and I don't want to say something wrong, but it's
Oh.
bad.
I just wondered if you knew anything about the Jezebel spirit, confronting the Jezebel spirit traits. The
Madonna,
Jezebel spirit
yeah.
is. I can
Well,
tell you a little bit about. The Jezebel spirit is a common infestation that people get, which requires an exorcism. It's a possession.
Do they take on? Is it only women?
No, Jezebel spirit can enter a man just as easily, but more commonly in a woman.
Just witch like witches?
They'll speak in languages that the person would not necessarily know. That's one of the traits. And
What do you mean? with
well,
that?
the
Stop
person
that.
that's possessed. Okay, the person possessed can and will display things like speaking in a language that the person doesn't know.
What does that mean, though? What kind of language? Like a different language?
Okay, say this person only knows English. They only went to school in English. All of a sudden, they know how to speak ancient Latin or something like that, or Islamic or Chinese, or even something really off language that they should not know, and they actually are speaking this language. So that is not them. Something else is possessing them.
Do the people, the women, men, do they know what they're saying?
Yeah, well, yeah. In the
speaking abnormal
sessions that I've heard, they always figure out what language it is and figure out what was said. Sometimes it takes a while, but in the recorded sessions they've found and proved. The Catholic Church, once the Catholic Church proves and finds someone that falls within their guidelines of the category, then they will approve the exorcism.
Oh.
And one of the categories is speaking in another language that they should not know, especially something really ancient like old Aramaic,
I know that speaking in tongues in the Old Testament, and there's a lot of controversy about this. A lot of people think you ought to babble, but in the Old Testament, Peter, after the Holy Spirit that Jesus, after he ascended, I promise I'll send you a comforter. Peter, and then the Holy Spirit did come down the day of Pentecost, and Peter spoke to a crowd of, just say, 20 different languages, not 20, about 14 or something like that. 20, and as he spoke from his mouth, and it was all the joy of the Lord. You're not just speaking like on the joy of the Lord.
You're talking about the gift of tongues.
I'm just saying that Peter spoke in his own language from where he spoke, and there are 20 different languages out there, and they all understood him by him speaking. Say, I speak English. Hi, how are you? What's your name? I'm Kurt. I'm speaking. I'm telling you about my Lord. And all the languages out there listening.
Hey, Kurt, did you know that the Gospel of Peter has been hidden from you?
No, that's from the Old Testament.
No, listen to me. The Gospel of Peter has been hidden from you.
Oh,
and all of us. It's been hidden from us. Now you can find.
Was there a Gospel of Peter and they left it out?
Yeah, they left it out. Yeah,
there were a lot of that, but you know what? It's not going to do any harm toward my Father, Son, Holy Ghost. If they left it out, fine. I can tell it. I just told it. Peter spoke, and everybody knew what he said. If they left it out, it's not going to damage my Father, Son, Holy Ghost and make him any badder or worse, or that, my Father, Son, and Holy Ghost wrong. If they left it out, fine. Back then, the great scholars, fine. They left it out. But I can tell it. I just did.
It could be badder or worse, right? Badder or worse.
Batter. Isn't that
batter or worse? That's what you said. I think it's funny.
Did I say batter?
Yeah, he did. I was thinking, is that like pancake batter?
I am so bad with my bad part of the fun with my grammar. Batter. Yeah, I want pancakes now. No, batter. No,
Yeah.
but so what? They left it out.
Pancakes or batter?
All we needed to know was that he spoke from the pulpit where he was during the great day of Pentecost with the joy of the Lord, and all the people, all the different languages understood what he said. And that was the most, maybe that's why they left it out. The most important part was that. If this is on recording all over the universe, on Facebook, on the internet, remember what I just said about Peter. That's tongues. It's not blah, 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 blah. It was he spoke from his own language, and all other languages understood him. I mean, Chinese, Mexican, Spanish, Japanese, Russian. Peter spoke from his language,
I'm thinking,
and everybody else. It has to do with the Tower of Babel, when everybody trying to build a thing to the sky, and God scrambled other languages. When oh my goodness, Acts 2, when that happened, the Holy Spirit, he undid that for a little while.
that's the tongues. That's what I was saying.
Right. It's not.
It was the
babbling.
gift of
It's
tongues.
that the gift of speaking your own language, and a Chinese man can understand you.
Maybe it was like something like in Star Trek where they have their, their badges. That's also a communicator, but it's also a translator.
Remember
So
that.
maybe it was
Forever.
a high-tech technology, really high technology that was given to them for a little while by an alien race.
Unscrambled the scramble that was done in Tower. He unscrambled the Tower of Babel scramble during that time. I just know it.
There's the ancient alien side to this.
Oh,
It could have been aliens gave them the technology, just like in
they
Star
were
Trek, to
spinning
understand each other
wheels.
for a short while. They probably just put a field down so everyone could telepathically communicate.
Our ancestors spun in wheels.
Maybe their DNA was awakened by the extraterrestrials, and they were able to then, as humans should all be able to do, communicate telepathically for a short while.
We had the 59 Cadillac, about 50 years ago, but like 4,000 years ago, our greats, they spun in wheels in the sky with the lights. They did. And so, but Hollywood made it all where they're going to come, so what do you do? But make movies about it.
You know what?
It's something that
It's almost 7:00. Hey, can you pull up a
So
article
something
for the
that
news, and then I'll
Hollywood
hey, Kurt,
has
listen to
made, like Independence
Kurt.
Day. Oh, when
Please listen to me.
Earth
Please
blew
listen
up
to me, Kurt. Please.
and
listen.
Hollywood made Mars attacks Earth, and it was so funny. Yes.
Oh shoot! I had the wrong mic on. Hey Kurt, can you do the news for us? The morning news.
Sure.
I'll go live on the network if you do the morning news. Pull up an article on the computer, something.
Oh.
Can you do that?
Do you want particular news?
Something paranormal.
Where would I go? Like Art Bell or something? Side.
Go to what's it called now?
Go. How about MSNBC.com?
Oh no, I got a good one. I got a good site to go to. I just got to find it for you here. Hang on.
Lord.
I'll find it for you.
Why do you want this?
Because it'd be great to do. It'd be fun to do, don't you think? we'll get some paranormal news on. Damn, if I could just hiddendimensions.com.
Don't make it dog my lord.
Hiddendimensions.com, I think it's
How
called.
about Titanic? You want me to talk about Titanic?
No, we want the paranormal news. So hidden, I think it's hiddendimensions.com.
SOS. This is Titanic. The water's getting to the boiler.
I got to find Willie on here. Willie's call.
Titanic.
Okay. Willie sent me this link, and it's an awesome site. It's called strangedimensions.com. So that we can get some morning news, and I'll put it on the network. But we're not on the network right now. We're just on Spreaker. So I will put it on the network if we do the news.
All right.
I'll find some
Whatever
news.
you want to do, bro.
Let's find some news. And in the
got
meantime,
the-
I'm going to put this song on. This is Brian Eno and the Jezebel Spirit, which has an exorcism in the song. It's really groovy, man.
No, are you going to post a link on Spreaker for me to see or on Skype?
I'll send a Skype link to you. But no, all you have to do is look up strangedimensions.com. Oh, strangerdimensions.com. Here, I'll write it down for you.
Somebody told us. Right.
Do you have voices? You do, so you are possessed. You are a believer born again, and yet you have voices and you are possessed. Okay, are you ready to be delivered? Put your hand up in the air. This is from the pit of hell. Okay, sister, you have a Jezebel spirit within you. You have a spirit of greed. You have a spirit of destruction.
And this is your morning news with Mr. Kurt Green.
Hey, what's up?
All right. You got some news, Kurt.
Not quite paranormal, but 11/22/63. Crowds of excited people line the streets and wave to the Kennedys. The car turned off Main Street at DD Plaza around 12:30 p.m. and was passing the Texas School Book Depository. Gunfire suddenly reverberated in the plaza. Bullets struck the president's neck and head, and he slumped over toward Mrs. Kennedy. The governor was also hit in the chest. The car sped off to Parkland Memorial Hospital, just a few minutes away, but little could be done for the president. A Catholic priest was summoned to administer the last rites, and at 1:00 p.m., John F. Kennedy was pronounced dead. Though seriously wounded, Governor Connolly would recover. The president's body was brought to Love Field and placed on Air Force One before the plane took off. A grim-faced Lyndon B. Johnson stood in the tight, crowded compartment. Stood in the tight, crowded compartment and took the oath of office administered by U.S. District Attorney Judge Sarah Hughes. The brief ceremony took place about 2:38 p.m. Less than an hour earlier, police had arrested Lee Harvey Oswald, a recently hired employee of the Texas School Book Depository. He didn't do it, by the way. And he was being held for the assassination of President Kennedy and the fatal shooting shortly afterward of Patrolman J.D. Tippett on a Dallas street. Last paragraph. On Sunday morning, November 24th, Oswald was scheduled to be transferred from police headquarters to the county jail. Viewers across America watching the live television coverage suddenly saw a man aim a pistol and fire a point-blank range. The assailant was Jack Ruby, a local nightclub owner. Oswald died 2 hours later at Parkland Hospital. That is the headlines today, if it were November 22nd, 1963. So sad. So sad.
Is this from, like, how is this related to today's news? Is this something to do with today or an anniversary of it or something?
No, just you always have to remember that. It will forever have to do with today's news. That would forever.
I don't get it, Kurt. Like, you were supposed to do the morning news, and you're...
You want psychic or tarot cards?
I thought you had something like
shuffle tarot cards.
My God, I thought you had something valid, like up to date news here.
Oh,
I was looking forward to this.
I'm sorry. What? I'm so sorry. Oh Lord. Oh, Nixon and Bush were both there that day. On that day when he was shot. by the way.
Man, so okay. Then I'll have to
That's
check
right.
something.
That's up to date. That's added to that. Nixon. They asked him why was he there, and he said he was there for a car show. And he was there to go see a new car show, but the car show, and then Kennedy gets shot, kind of, and then Bush was said to be in the sewer with a gun and became president. So that up to dates that a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
So the two men that were there end up become presidents, and the one in between was Ford, which was a Warren Commission, and Nixon made him vice president, and he became president too. Just all fucked up. United States fucked up after Kennedy. Canada, just all you know. There's a lot of us that know it. Things fucked up. It's all laid out. I mean, Kennedy blown up. Poor Mrs. Kennedy. We have Lyndon. He didn't have nothing to do
All
with
right.
it.
Okay.
Oh,
Now I'm going to give the paranormal news
oh Lord.
because, Kurt,
Oh, that would be terrible.
this is not paranormal news, and it's not updated. It's not, here's something I've found.
All right.
When we think of the landmarks of antiquity, we often visualize the Great Pyramids of Giza or the Druidic Circle Stonehenge. But like Scotland's Calendish stones, the prehistoric monument at Newgrange predates those cultural wonders by hundreds of years. Located in Eastern Ireland, Newgrange is actually one of the many prehistoric sites, including Knowth, Knowth, and Dowth, which is Dowth, located along the River Boyne. In fact, it is said to reflect the Milky Way. Together, these monuments form what is called the Brú de Boyne. And if I want to, Brú de Boyne, it would be probably the pronunciation, something like that. Not much is known about them. Newgrange in particular is aligned perfectly with the sun, flooding with light as it rises at the dawn of the winter solstice. There's scattered around these monuments are large stones inscribed with Neolithic patterns, which kind of look like the Norway spiral. If you see them, they're like a spiral thing. And if you check out the primary stone outside the entrance to Newgrange, for example, you will see many of these spirals that look a lot like the Norway spiral, which I always talk about, that still is totally unexplained. It was not a rocket. The authenticity is often put into question as well, though many ancient monuments have been re-erected and secured using modern techniques as a means of preservation. It's an interesting question, but in no way makes Newgrange or the other monuments of the Brú de Boyne any less remarkable. It is really cool. So yeah, I'd like to ask, we're going to have to ask when she comes on to Monster Castle. We're having the lady from Mysterious Holidays back from Ireland. And then we'll be able to ask
about this site. So that's something to look forward to. I was looking into this before, and I it's one of the questions I'm going to ask her on our Irish St. Paddy's Day special.
Oh, I'm on that site you told me to get to. I can read something from there. Declassified CIA.
Yeah.
Psychic powers and other strangers.
Yeah, it's great.
You want to play? You want to read that?
This is my news. This is my news website that I'm grabbing news from. I find this one's really interesting.
Okay. You want to read this?
Yeah, go for it.
Just one quick thing. In January, the CIA updated their CREST archive, in parentheses, or CIA record search tool, CRESA, to include more than 12 million declassified pages, or about 903. Oh, how do you say that? 930 930,000, my God, documents covering a number of topics, including psychic spying and the possible existence of UFOs. That's February 5th, 2017. Oh, boy. Well, I did that all wrong. Cut, take two. In January, the CIA updated their CREST archive, or CIA records, search tool, to include more than 12 million declassified pages, or about 930,000 documents covering a number of topics, including psychic spying and the possibility, the existence of UFO. Everything, you know what? In the end, it's going to be scripture. Hollywood and making movies and making fiction about coming to eat you, coming to get you, all of that. There are not several different kind of UFOs in this universe. There's one source. Period. There is. You'll find really common sense if you really, when you lay down in bed and know your mom and dad at Thanksgiving and know that there are now no aliens going to come and eat you. There's one source. Ezekiel took his time and energy to sit down and write forever all that happened. And in the end, I mean, you go on forever. You can have Fox News or whatever tell you different. But in the end, when we all going to go to bed and die, yeah, Ezekiel chapter 1. Period. There's not. Oh, but there's aliens from Jupiter, and there's this ship from Mars, and there's, that other universe. They're coming to get us. Nah, you know what? It's written about wheels in the sky, and it's forever in the Bible documented, and all the bullshit Hollywood made up fiction, fun games. I mean, here's George Jetson, Jane, his wife. Nah, it's all already there. There for us. Been there forever. Even the Muslims have that in there. Toro. Wheels in the sky. Lights. Oh, there were lights. It spun. Oh, and the aliens, they were god awful. They looked like they were better than any Hollywood movie. And they were all angels of the Lord. And when you all finally get that through your thick skulls about the truth,
Kurt, this is the news.
I'm sorry.
Now you're trying to tell people to get it through their thick skulls. It's the news, dude. This is the morning news.
Oh, we're only supposed to. We're not supposed to give our comment.
I guess so, but telling people to get it through their thick skulls is, I don't think, very.
I'm sorry. Oh, gosh.
Not a great way to try to.
Okay, a segue. And take it here.
Okay, I got one. I got an article here. There has been Bigfoot sightings around Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta is a place of many mysteries, a sacred ground home to the Lemurian refugees, portals of other worlds, fairy folk, evil giants, even hidden UFO bases. On its forested slopes, conspiracies await all. And if you watch closely, you may even encounter a Bigfoot. The said Bigfoot sightings alleged to have occurred around Mount Shasta, located in Siskiyou County, California. No, Siskiyou County, are a bit unlike your usual fare. For example, in 1962, a woman was claimed she witnessed a female Bigfoot give birth. In another case, date unknown, a mysterious Bigfoot approached two bunny at the Bunny Flats campground and gave them a crystal. I heard of this one. Your guess is as good as mine. It's often been said that Bigfoot may just be an ordinary creature. Consider that when an alleged Bigfoot sighting occurs, he often appears quickly as he vanishes, leaving little or no trace behind. Pictures are often blurred, as if he were something more unusual, like a paranormal entity. In Mount Shasta, I suppose anything is possible there. Some have even mused that these creatures we call Bigfoot are actually Lemurians, remnants of an ancient advanced civilization that now live beneath the surface in a hidden city within Mount Shasta.
Oh, I've got one.
I've got more on this. In 1976, the Mount Shasta Herald published the curious account of Virgil Larson, logger from Salmon, Idaho. He worked logging, and his story would later become one of the area's most popular Bigfoot sightings. It was on a break when he heard what sounded like a third person hiking down the slope. He thought perhaps it was a serviceman, and Forest Serviceman. And Larson shouted over, didn't get a response. Indeed, he seemed to walk behind a bush and then turned toward Larson. Curious, he shouted again, and when the creature revealed itself, lifting its head above the bushes, he could see clearly then a ghastly, dark-haired beast, something beyond human. It smelled terrible from 20 yards away. He didn't stick around to witness much more. He ran away.
Wow.
He returned to the scene later, explored the area, disappeared. He explored the area. He estimated the creature's size from where he was standing and how tall it was according to the bush, and it was 7 to 7.5 feet tall. Undefined footprints, blood-smeared branches, a vague smell in the air, nothing conclusive. But anyway, the Mount Shasta, and there you go, folks. Go to Mount Shasta to explore the paranormal.
Google Mount Shasta. That's something. Here's something from artbell.com.
Alrighty.
You want me to read it? Can I read it?
Yeah, please. We got 5 minutes left.
Oh. WikiLeaks documents. This is artbell.com. WikiLeaks documents reveal Apollo program was a fraud. Moon landings never happened. New documents scheduled to be released this week by Julian Assange, founder of WikiLeaks, could reveal damaging information about NASA's Apollo program, believe experts. Julian Assange, ASSANGE, who has using it who has lived at Ecuador's London embassy since June 2012 in fear of being extradited to the United States to face espionage and conspiracy charges arising from the leaking of thousands of secret diplomatic and military documents by U.S. Army Private Chelsea Manning has announced that he will release incriminating evidence that the government of the United States of America and NASA, NASA capital, have hidden the truth about the Apollo program and the lunar landings for more than 40 years, and that in quotes, these documents reveal the true reason behind the Apollo program, deception, and how this all played out in the Cold War strategy of the government of the United States at the time.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Julian Assange, ASSANGE, Wikileaks founder. The documents are said to have been handed to the WikiLeaks founder by a retired high-ranking officer, almost of NASA, capital letters, that has worked within the government for over 45 years. And Assange told reporters, I knew that was fake. I knew it. Even as a boy, a little old boy, saw it I was born in 1967. My mother sat me in front of that TV with legs on it. I knew it was fake. That was fake. Hollywood. Nixon, anything done under Tricky Dick Nixon was fake. Period. Canada. Period. Fake.
So you think it was all fake? The whole
Fake.
lunar thing?
Well, just right there, WikiLeaks going to come out with it.
Well, I think they went there, but I don't think that's what they saw. And I was told they went there in different spacecraft that were...
They
actually,
never landed on the moon.
No,
and
they
went around in
actually
buggies.
they used flying saucers to go there that were taken over. That they fixed them up, and that's why they got remote viewers so that they could fly the spacecrafts.
Well,
remember in Ezekiel it says that the creatures used their mind, the power of their mind, to control the wheels in the sky. Well, that's exactly what Bob Lazar said about how the recovered spacecraft work. You have to find someone that can use their mind and remote view the target. That's how it flies. That's the only way you can drive these things. So they needed remote viewers to fly them.
We got
makes sense
on film what Americans and Canadians to this day, what we have are people that landed on the moon and got out in buggies, dune buggies.
Anyways,
and around and drove on the moon. That didn't happen.
Anyways, that's the news, folks. That was the Dirty Rotten Taro News with Kurt Green and the Wolfman. And thanks for tuning in. We'll try to do this again.
Bye. Bye.
So that was it. We did the news on the network.
All right. Brother.
Oh, that would have been fun to listen to, eh?
Oh, I can't. I'm not gonna.
I don't know how to. I could play it back, but we're live on Spreaker right now. But that little clip that we did live on the air there on the network was priceless.
I'm afraid to listen. I never want to listen to anything I've been on. Every time I'm on a show, the next day I go to bed. I say, Lord, please don't let me go back on the air. I don't to be on the air.
Oh, that was priceless, man. We did the news on the network. I don't know if anyone was listening to the network, but they would have loved it. We just jumped in with unexpected morning news Saturday. I think we do Saturday morning news every time.
You got a million people listening, a million or more. Believe me. Oh my God.
Well, we're on. We're on. What do you call that? TalkStream Live.
From my side,
and we're up on the list pretty good. So there must be a few people listening.
From my side, oh God, Madonna and all her clan listening.
You're kidding?
No, she's.
Oh my Lord!
Tell Madonna hello. She listening. I'm sure she. Come, baby,
cool.
go. You don't believe me?
I do. I actually somehow believe you. Because I know that you're one of her biggest fans, and you're in the fan club, and she may actually correspond to you once in a while.
Oh, you don't know.
So that is cool.
Oh, Lord. I've got to mow the yard later today, and clean the pool.
Did you say mow the yard? Oh, man.
Oh.
Must be nice. I got snow falling.
Did you see that? Oh, I've got to show you this.
I got tons of snow falling here, man. Like, it is just...
Oh, that's snow. Oh,
man,
Lord.
it's snowstorm. It's just piling up.
Snow in Phoenix.
Dude, you should see this. I've never seen snow like this for a long time here. It's just piling in. We're getting dumped on.
This. Oh, Lord. Jeopardy. This is so funny. Oh, Father. I'll put it on speaker. It may not be funny for you now. It just was so funny at the time. Here.
Mr. White, you're gonna be a snowman shortly here. What we got piling in here, it is just dumping on us. I'm in southern Ontario, so
just play that live.
Mr. White's listening to us anyway. We got one person in our chat room, but that's all right. You and I are in there. Nobody knows we were going back on, so depends on where you're at, and if you like staying up all night like the Wolfman. I'm nocturnal, so I'm up all night anyway. So
I'll put it in your,
why don't we put this commercial
Sky.
on for Mr. White? He probably never heard this before. This is the funny one. We gotta do this.
You gotta play what I just posted.
Here it comes. I got it.
Wee-haw! Trolls are us, yeah!
Trolls are us. Do you have an internet troll problem? Well, we can help. Just search for trollsrus.com. We will send all kinds of trolls to the party that is trolling you. Just listen to our best customer.
Myself, when I was getting trolled hard by a group of trolls, and I said to myself, there's got to be some truth to what these guys are saying. It's got to be. And so it was at that time I started really replaying and listening to myself in the car, wherever I was, and I thought, I'm a pompous bitch.
Go to Trolls R Us today and take care of your problems. in our snarky fashion. That's trollsrus.com.
Yeehaw! Trolls are us!
Yeah, man. All right. Can you dig it? Yeah, that was a word from our sponsor. Yeah. So if anybody's really worried about trolls and internet trolls, and that's who you get a hold of, and they'll send trolls right on back to those people. Oh, yeah. It's pretty groovy, man.
Internet reality, and you're listening to KTLK Digital Broadcasting.
I think I'm a troll.
The Fringe.
Trolls have hair like Trump.
You know what?
Trolls have hair like Donald Trump.
No, that's not me. But I think I need to. You know what? Life was so much easier about 10 years ago. I never touched a computer. I lived life. I don't know what I did. I don't know. But, I think I might need to, just stop the internet and just go back to being like a regular.
Damn, these snowflakes are big coming down, man. It's just hammering. It's just filling right up with snow.
Grab a hold of them and look at them. They're perfect shapes, right?
It's really cool when you look at
close. Look at them up close.
Yeah, I know. With a magnifying glass, it's really really
Isn't
interesting.
That
cool? I like that.
Oh, dude, perfect shapes. Look at that.
Actually,
I can't believe
I'm gonna go look for my magnifying glass right now.
Yes, it is so. Oh, everyone's different. Oh, wow.
I got it. Okay, and I opened my window. I'm gonna look at this.
Watch. Just get a handful, and everyone different in your hand. Isn't that awesome? You gotta try to take a picture.
Not too quick in your hand. So the best thing is to actually use a magnifying glass or something and look at them where they're sitting outside. When it's fluffy like this, and you look at the ones on the top.
Is it snowing right now?
Yeah, oh, geez, I got fresh flakes. I'm looking at them right now with a magnifying glass, and it's beautiful. I'm doing just what you said, Kurt. I got my magnifying glass out, and I opened my window, and I'm looking at these snowflakes, and you're absolutely right. Each one is beautiful. It's just incredibly different. And you can make artwork out of that.
Yes. Wow. You're blessed.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. All the snow.
I actually dig that, what you're talking about. That these are big, and they are hammering down. This is going to be a big thing, what's going on here.
That's just so amazing to me.
The trees. We just had an ice storm.
Sky.
We had an ice storm a couple days ago, so the trees are already iced up. And now we got heavy snow falling and sticking in the trees, too. And I can see the branches start to hang down.
Even like you think about it, even like icebergs, if you know that snow, you're looking at it right now, they're all perfect shapes. Icebergs are made out of perfect shapes. You know what I mean?
So anyway, this is the time of the morning when I heard those sounds. So I opened my window wide up, and I'm going to see and listen if I'm going to hear those sounds again.
What sound?
This is the time of the morning.
Did you hear like Bigfoot or what? I didn't meet the.
No, it was the sounds from the sky. It was coming from the sky. It was weird.
Okay. Well, Ezekiel up there spinning around. Probably. You know, we live once on this earth, and we're on this radio show right now in 2017. And when you get real time with somebody and talk deep, it probably about Ezekiel. What else? It's going to be a creature coming to get you? Mars attacker? Or is it going to be reality? You're looking at beautiful Snowflakes. Perfect. Remember we talked about you take a violin bowl on a table, make a snowflake.
Yeah.
And talking not bit deep. Gotta
You're
go.
cutting in and out a little bit, Kurt, so I'm having trouble.
Well,
you were cutting in and out a little bit.
Sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault.
But we gotta think.
You know what I
deep,
got here? I got a
deep
song.
about that.
I think you want to hear this because I think you're going to want to hear this. It's Shalita Burke, and she reminds me of Madonna a little bit. Her style of music is a little bit like Madonna, and she's
Shalita
up and
Burke.
coming. She's Shalita Burke.
What a great name, Shalita Burke.
So I'm going to try to find this. Okay, I had it here a second ago. Wow, a big snowflake just fell right in my window.
Perfect shape.
Is not a dying art. True love must be fought for, baby. I cannot be bought. You always have my heart now, baby. You've been craving me a lot. My touch is sought for, baby. I'ma call the shots.
Yeah, she sent me this, Kurt. You
Won't
like it?
you come to me, baby?
It's groovy. She sent me this song.
I demand your attention. You live in mine. I feel your intentions. You stay in my penetrate. I'm so blind.
Groovy, man, groovy.
I was so happy, Willie.
After
Uh-oh.
this hot, just 8 o'clock, just part of life. Poor thing. Just holler all his life. Hasn't had a go.
I don't even know if anyone could hear that. I think I screwed up.
No, you're fine. It just was loud. It was, and I'm not trying to cheek you. I'm just telling you that on my end, I have to have my volume on my internet all the way down to like 10 to even understand it, because
I think I went dead air
on your end.
No, I went dead air for a while. I put audio on. I put the audio clip on. You and I could hear it, but I didn't put it onto the air, so nobody was hearing anything. It was dead air.
Just saying, though, if I were to have my audio on regular, brother.
This happens when I'm really tired. This has happened to me a few times when I'm really tired. That's too bad. Damn it.
But I'm trying to tell you, just if I have my audio on full blast,
that sucks.
It would have popped my speakers.
Oh, man. So they didn't hear none of that song. They didn't even hear the song.
Not a dying art.
We suck. I'm going to go off the air soon. Obviously, I can't do it anymore.
I cannot
Kurt,
be
I'm losing it.
You're always at my heart now, baby. You've been craving me a lot. My touch is sought for, baby. I'ma call the shots. Won't you come to me, baby? Hi, I demand your attention. You live mine. Hi, I feel your intentions. You stay in my penetrate. I'm so blind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. I'm so blind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. If you wanna stay with me, you better treat me right now, baby. You want this love for free? You better hold me tight now, baby. You're making me so hard. Let's not get caught now, baby. I must want you long. You better not stop, oh baby. Hi, I demand your attention. You live mine. Hi, I feel your intentions. You stay in my penetrate. I'm so blind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. I'm so blind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. I'm so blind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. Kissing my lips and your body is concentrated. Right here, right now, I'm making it complicated. You're giving me pleasure, I'm feeling intoxicated. Coming together, it's so we're situated. I'm so blind, I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. I'm so blind, I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. I'm so blind, I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts.
Oh, that was Shalita Burke, everyone. Yeah, she sent me that song. I met her on Spreaker. I mean Twitter, and she's really cool, awesome. So she gave me that one free to play on the air. Normally you gotta pay for those, but she knew I was gonna put it on my station, so she gave it to me free.
So she hasn't quite made it big yet?
She's on her way. She is well on her way. Shalita Burke from New York City.
Burke. Great name. She'll make it. Shalita Burke. Burke?
Yes, sir.
Good job, girl. Is that her real name or is it made up?
No idea.
Pardon me.
But yeah, she's good. I'm sorry, I'm eating right now. I gotta get off the air here.
Okay. I'm sorry I got
cool,
so
man,
mad
'cause I already
last night.
fucked up.
I could not take it. I deleted. I've even deleted all Debbie. She tried to rejoin me today. Please follow me again. I'm like, no. I am done with talking on the radio. And then that poor little boy got on. That poor little innocent boy, Camden. And then Willie called in. And I had to undo what I had undone and say no.
By the way, Kurt, I think I have Mr. Demon on here. Would you like to talk to Mr. Demon?
Is it you pretending to be Demon or is it a real...
Mr. Demon, how are you, sir?
Hello. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Get the behind me saying his name. What do you want? I have no...
It doesn't seem like he wants to talk right now.
Okay. You sure?
Hello.
I'll kick your ass and throw you and slam you down, boy. My Lord Rain, Demon.
No. No, he's definitely won't talk right now.
Oh.
He's scared of you.
Better be. Get the bound me saying his name. I have all, my Lord has all power and all authority in all the universe. And you're nothing. Okay, Demon boy.
Anyways, it's been fun, Kurt. We had a great time.
Yeah. No, I mean that humbly, though. Don't ever get prideful with that knowledge. Everybody out there, if this is recorded, don't ever, ever be prideful with your power. Always harness and knowledge, truth. Be bold, strong, confident. Know truth amongst fiction. Just balls. Have some brass. Truth. Truth. Lord. The universe, Father, Son, Holy Ghost.
I hear you.
Never forget.
I hear you, man.
But be
Forget to mention a thing. She could sing
common sense
with a fifth dimensional ring.
Hey,
In
that's
a
me.
voice will sound like angels coming from the sky. She could sing. She could sing. She was a groovy little baby with a fifth dimensional ring. In a voice, that's right, alright, dig it, yeah. From the Wolfman, sing it out now, oh yeah. Here we go. Groovy little baby from the fourth dimension. Did I forget to mention one thing? She could sing. Groovy little baby with a fifth dimensional ring. In a voice that is, she could sing like an angel coming from the sky, she could sing. Groovy baby with a fifth dimensional ring, in a voice that is like on the sky. You're here with Dave Cruz and Wolfman Mike. And
You're talking about my girl Madonna.
please listen to our new network,
KTLK DB TheFringe.fm.
All right. Everybody come on out and listen. And we're going to have a lot of fun now because we all joining forces. All right. And this is going to be where the disclosure comes from. Yeah. It's where all the freaks hang out.
Oh, Father. Father, you know what? I feel so bad about Adam.
Kurt, when are you going to do some commercials with me?
What?
You going to do some commercials with me?
I thought we were going to bed.
Yeah, I know. Sometime, though.
What
We'll think of some commercials and we'll do... I'd love to have you as a voice on
What do you
commercials.
Like...
Maybe we could do cartoons together and you and I could do the voices for the cartoons.
I say. Come on.
Hi, I'm a bunny rabbit. How are you?
Whatever you want to do. Whatever. As long as it don't get as bad as it did with Dennis. I don't want to talk to Dennis no more. He hacked my computer and he talked about it. Oh my God.
What?
Yeah.
He hacked your computer?
He did something. I know it was him. I don't want to talk to Dennis no more. Done with Dennis. Oh, I was so through last night. Don't do that.
What the fuck did he do, man? I don't even remember what happened.
When? Last night?
No, I don't remember. I got so tired and I was a little drunk and I don't even remember the end of the show. I'd have to listen back. I have no idea. That's how I was out of it. With the cold I have and everything.
He said, Curtis has a problem. Man, like he talked. Curtis has a problem, man. Just that sounded like him. His Father, Son, Holy Ghost. That he is a barrier. And I said, what? And a barrier? Yes. Yes, man. A barrier. Shut up. And I hung up and I closed all unfollowed you and unfollowed Debbie and just I'm through. I'm through. Don't ever speak negative about my Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Ever. Period. Green black bug trial, Chaconi and all. Nah. Don't ever talk about. I don't want to be on a show or even discuss or have discussion about that you would denounce. Oh, I hurt.
Oh, well. You
And I
know,
went to
other
bed
people,
miserable
they have their
after
opinions,
I closed all of our accounts.
But
What?
you gotta allow people their opinions.
Nah, no, not that. Nope, that's a bit too deep. Can't do that. Can't go down. Nah. And he's a nut. He stole from his company and all. He hardly can talk. Half drunk all the time. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't put sentences into He's just a nut. He shouldn't get to talk. Oh, how dare him do that to me.
So we didn't disrupt anything when we went on and did the news. The show is still, the network is still playing a repeat of me. So that's awesome. We did good, Kurt. We did awesome, man. Thank you.
Thanks for doing the news with me. Can we do that every Saturday morning? That was fun, man. We'll get news articles and we'll go on at 7 a.m.
We're live.
You know, we go on at 7. Well, yeah, we're on Dirty Rotten Taro right now on Spreaker, but I didn't go live. We're not live on the network anymore.
Well, but this is recorded.
When I went out live on the network at 7 a.m., we do a half-hour news thing. That would be cool.
I'm going to try to be somebody successful one day on the radio, be $6 million a month, and then all these recordings will come back to haunt me. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry in advance. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't know better.
I don't want to make that much money. I would be fine with even $40,000 a year or $30,000. I'm not a proud man. I just want to get by doing this.
The Inquirer. I'm a successful radio host someday. Imagine, like in New York, and making $1 million, and then Inquirer dig up this recording and just make a mess of me. See what you did, bro.
Oh, no, we're all good. We're all good, brother.
I'm kidding, bro. It'll all be good. But you know what I mean? That nowadays, everything you say is forever recorded, like the Titanic. Beep, 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 beep. Everything you say and do, if you're drunk and a mess, it's forever. You're forever haunted, or forever anybody can pull that up on you. You know what I mean? If I become famous someday with a radio voice or a DJ, but everything I did, drunk and bomb, stupid, fell over on the floor, it's all the forever. But that's okay, I guess. It's what we are. But be careful, I guess. Try to butch up, balls up, brass up, be better. Be careful. Everything you do is forever recorded now.
I definitely need a goddamn...
Take on video forever. Even what I'm saying now, like in 100 years, my greats will hear that I'm saying this and explaining it. They'll hear it. It's for everything we say and do is forever on us.
Your face, hello. Welcome to my face, hello. Don't you say goodbye to me.
See,
that's me and David this weekend. We just did this.
See, that's forever.
I'm actually playing the guitar on this one, and David's playing the drums.
Welcome to my place, hello. Got a pretty face, hello. Don't you say goodbye to me. Hello. Waiting for your car, hello. You know how the hell you are, hello. Don't you say goodbye to me.
Even if you're like in big process of crowd, you can see every form side.
Waiting by your place, hello. You got a pretty face, hello. Don't you say goodbye to me. Hello. How you are, hello. Would you be my shining star, hello. Don't you say goodbye to me.
That was me.
I have one cigarette left. That must mean we must quit soon here. Oh.
I was looking for one.
I have one left. One left. It's going down quick.
Oh, no. Well, that's it. We're going to have to wrap things up. It's Kurt is out of cigarettes, and that's the end of the show. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I can continue without a cigarette. I'll just be a man. No, I can smoke. See, I always put a cigarette out like halfway down. So, like, I have a whole ashtray of, like, half cigarettes.
Ooh, yeah.
What's Mike's
Crazy
He
stuff.
said, check my profile. Everybody go to Mr. White's profile. What is he about?
Mr. White. Let's check out Mr. White. Everybody go on Spreaker to Mr. White's profile.
Got Miss Black.
Everything's not all right. Is his latest show. Everything is not all right.
They're not all right.
Cool, man. Cool. I can't play it on there.
I don't want to.
Episodes. Okay, let's check it out.
I thought it was a regular website. Let me see your
He's
profile.
got lots of shows.
Don't you have like a picture and your family and dogs and cats? I'll look later. Right now I can't. We'll talk to you, Mr. White. Mr. White.
Oh, he's got 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I thought it was a whole bunch, but anyways, I'll have to check him out.
32 followers.
I'll follow him. I already am. I'm already following him.
I want to see a picture of him. What does he look like?
Why?
How
do you know he's not an alien?
I've got to see people's eyes, like your eye. I saw your eye. You're good. Just gotta, like Judge Judy, look at eye. Don't look there. Look at me. Judge Judy, look at the eye. I gotta look at the eye.
Look at that
What
eye. Look
look
at that
like?
eye. Look at that eye. All right. Okay, Mr. Kurt Green. I think we're gonna
the sunglasses.
What do you want? What do you want to do? You want to keep on going, or what are we gonna
Whatever you want to do. I want to go to bed.
You going to bed?
I think we ought to.
All right, then, sir. I got something. I'll finish off with this. I think.
Oh, it's going to be such a dream. Madonna!
Oh. He sent you a pic on there.
Really?
Mr. White tried to send you a pic in the chat room there, Kurt. But I don't see nothing on mine. Didn't seem to work.
No worries. I don't need it. Next time.
Anyways, yeah, from Dirty Rotten Turtle, this is me and Kurt Green signing off.
Signing off.
Everybody have a really strange day, and keep your eyes out for the paranormal. Keep your eyes open for the unexplained. Keep your eyes open for anything that just doesn't look like it belongs in that place where you're seeing it. And hopefully that your mind can register that fact and process it so that you can relay it on to us and tell us about this event. Don't forget about it. Write it down.
Only follow Debbie. What I did last night because I was mad at all.
Okay, his profile pic. That is him.
Well, but he's sunglasses. His
Good night, everybody. I mean, good morning. Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Wake up now.
With an R, or is it
Yeah,
Spreaker?
with an
two
R.
R's or a
Yeah, it's with an R, man.
Spreaker? I never used that, I don't think.
How much longer are we going to be on?
all kinds of colors, and they spin round, and those creatures. It was just wheels in the sky, wheels within wheels, all giant. I saw wheels in the sky. I saw lights, and they were spinning. Wheels in the sky. There is only one source that can have wheels in the sky. Wheels in the sky. There's one type of wheel in the sky. Period. Ezekiel chapter 1, wheels in the sky, and nothing else.
If I can just say something. It's like a big bully is what you are, Wolfman. You're defending the cushion eject. I would literally beat your ass right now, Wolfman. The fuck? You make me all sad. Back when I was a kid, man, I was so happy when I got a damn boom box. One of them big things that had two speakers on the side. I put it on my shoulder and I throw out the cardboard and try to act like I was breakdancing. And then I got showed up by these little bastards come up there and they got the same boombox, but it's got, when they press eject, it's got cushion eject. When I pressed my eject, the tape just shot out. Theirs came out slowly. And they had other things to adjust the treble, the bass, the left to right speaker for the mono speakers. But it all sounded fucking same. And they're sitting there screwing with their shit for 30 fucking minutes. When I could put a tape in, I could press play, and I could play dance, and I could stop it. I could eject the tape, and it would fly out there, and I could change another fucking beat. And these jackasses over here messing with their cushion eject and their treble bass line. Fuck you guys. That's what you're doing, man. You're fucking the slave to the fucking technology. You're buying into this bullshit. If you had fucking brains, if you had any old school in you, you could do it like we used to do it. Just press play. Enjoy the eject button. But shoot the shit out. You don't need the cushion eject. You lost your old school. You turned into Britney fucking Spears here. It'd besmirching your name. Call yourself Wolfman. You fucking sell out. And you make all these excuses for bullshit reasons for your cushion eject. I go back to the town in Oklahoma where I was at. If I see those little cushion eject bastards, I'll beat their ass. Those bitches that had the cushion eject, and these people look down at me like I was lower class.
What's going on?
And I think I know who the guy is. I banned him off my YouTube channel.
Cushion eject.
You know.
It's convenient now that you're a grown man.
They really did that. Okay, we're live now. No, we're not.
Laugh at us.
Nut. The guy
people that didn't
What
have
the
it.
hell?
to do.
Seriously?
He was obsessed
I wish-
with.
This time, you wouldn't have taken my damn call. I was just starting to like you too. Damn it, Wolfman.
You know.
That's why we gotta go live right now. All right, you are on the air with Monster Castle Paranormal extended extended Sunday, and we are going into Spreaker. We're off the network. And I'm here with Joe Roop. How's it going, Joe?
Go Seth, go.
Joe Seth, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, so
it's
that's
different-
And we got
different show.
Joe Roop though. You got to talk to Ronnie. Ronnie.
I'm here.
Yeah, you got to tell Joe a little bit about what happened to you, man. He doesn't know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I ended up in an alcohol treatment center, and I was a diehard atheist, and it used to piss me off just to drive by a church, and and they challenged me to look for God, and I was like, I don't believe in God, and I figured they'd kick me out, and but they started talking about how how stupid it was of me to pronounce that there wasn't a God, even though I never took the time to look. And so, like I said, I decided that I would challenge him to show himself to me, prove to me that it exists. They did just start their prayer upon a hill, and during that prayer, I silently asked, God, if you're out there and you're real, you need to let me know it. And this dove flew out of the tree, and it hovered right above my head. Feather came out, went floating down the side of my face, and it landed on a cross above my head. And then I was still in denial, and I said, God, if that was you, I need you to let me know that this bird is your sign. And then the bird pooped on my shoulder. and then I stood up, and I don't think I really believed, but I looked up at the sky, and thunder rolled across the sky. Like something big was there, and it was leaving. And I don't know if anybody else heard the thunder. And it sent cold chills in my back. And I knew right then that something big, I don't know what it was. I don't put God in a box like some religions do.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I believe
maybe
in
it
God,
was
but
your
I
higher
ain't going to
self.
say I'm a Baptist or God can be whatever God wants to be. I just know God is God, and Ronnie is Ronnie. And I'm spiritual. I consider myself spiritual, but not religious. And it's got me by. But I even went further. I even went further into that. I asked God, why me? Why did you save my ass? Because I was well on my way to drinking myself to death, and I wasn't that far from it. My wife, who was there with me, died at my house in my bedroom floor from alcohol. I was fed to death right there in my arms. I got to. And and I was sitting there, and it's gonna be hard staying sober through all this.
Cutting in and out a little bit.
And I never even thought about him. And
yeah, I thought that was me.
And then but the weird thing was, I was like, God, why'd you go to all that trouble? And I had this weird dream, and God, it was like God would give me driving directions to some place, and I thought it was just a dream. 2 weeks later, I had the same dream, but this time instead of driving directions, it lifted me up, and I was floating up by this 4-story building, and by the back porches, and I could see the guardrails on the patios. I could see the brooms leaning against the doors. It was the most vivid dream I ever had in my whole life. And being that high in the air just made my stomach all trip out. And I looked down to see what the hell was making me rise up like that. And I was standing in a white giant hand, and it gave me directions to the same place. And I know I was supposed to go to this place whenever it's time for me to go there, and they told me exactly what to do. It's like I've been given instructions on what to do. I don't know when it's going to happen, but whenever he puts me in that place, I know exactly what to do. He showed me twice exactly what I was supposed to do there. And all I can figure is God wants me to do something, and I'm going to do it. When he puts me there at that place, I already know what to do because he's already showed me what to do. And it's nothing mind-bending. He just took an old alcoholic that was well into drinking himself to death and brought him up And that's kind of the way God is. He uses the worst people for the important shit. Noah was an alcoholic. He built an ark. Weird shit, but that's the weird thing about God is he uses the worst people. And I tell you what, if I ever found myself in that place where he showed me, I already know what to do. He already showed me what to do. It's nothing amazing. It requires no miracles. It's about a person being at the right place at the right time. And anybody could do it.
That's a whole different Ronnie than I ever heard, man. Wow. That's different,
And, as far as proof goes, Wolfman, I mean, let's say the Jesus story was real. Let's say it was just for a second, right? And then the man's name actually was Yeshua ben Joseph, right? And he came here to tell us what we were really here for and who we really are. And he told everybody, proved everybody he was God incarnate, or the ultimate consciousness, right? However you want to say it. The one time the man did try to prove himself to all these people that need proof, what happened to him? And do you think that wouldn't happen again? Anytime anybody, or if God ever did want to come prove himself to anybody in physical form, it would be the same thing. They'd say he was the devil, or they'd kick him across the road, or
Didn't
they'd make
the
a
Shroud of
mockery
Turin?
him,
Doesn't the Shroud of Turin kind of prove that though? Yeah, the Shroud. That's why I had that show about the Shroud of Turin. I was hoping this guy would show the evidence of the Shroud of Turin because this thing, the scientific analysis of the Shroud of Turin is unexplainable, and. I'm thinking this guy that disappeared in Brazil there, if there's evidence of the same sort of possibly anomalous event and evidence of the tapestries or any fabrics or anything in the room.
Did you hear about that when I was telling you on my show that they found just a few days ago a chalice or a cup that had writing on it, and it was written in Latin and it said Christ the Magician on the cup.
Yeah,
and it's dated back to the time of Christ.
Yeah,
in
I know.
That area.
And that goes back to where I come from with some research I did that shows that Christ may have been the son of Cleopatra and was taught by magicians in Egypt.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's true.
But see, Jesus Christ is a Greek name. And the Greeks translated it into. They put that in the New Testament, but that wasn't the man's name. He was a rabbi. And there's even Hebrew books that talk about how he was an evil magician.
I don't know, but I know he was a magician and he had magic. And whether it was mind over magic or sleight of hand, I don't know. But I think
David
that.
Blaine.
I mean, you got people like, what do you call them? Dynamo walking on water. I know how they do it. I know how they do that. But it's, some people are fooled by it.
I don't know, man. We don't know. Trying to define it is crazy. I think we should stick to what they're doing now in science as far as quantum physics and all this stuff goes. And, as far as evolving the planet as humans, we need to cut religion out, I think. Personal spirituality, though, is quite okay. I think it's a good thing. Where did Joseph go?
I'm still here. I'm just because since we're in the Spreaker mode, that makes it a different show. So now I'm just another person on the line with you guys. So I'm trying to be.
You can swear and stuff now. You can swear all you want. It's on my network.
And I know you don't think astrology's real, Joseph, and I know you got a lot of books you got to read. But
no, I don't believe astrology is real.
If you ever want to pick it up, you know who John Anthony West is, right?
No, I do not. Who was that, or is that? I don't know.
He's a satire Egyptologist. He did the movies of magical Egypt, magical Egypt, and it proved all the.
Sorry.
Yeah, he proved all the archaeologists wrong about their timelines and all that stuff, and by showing. But, anyways, he wrote a book called "A Case for Astrology," and he wrote it in a way as if he was in court to prove that there's something to it, based on what the Egyptians wrote, not what we do on the newspapers and stuff. It's pretty.
Personally speaking, no, I still don't believe that astrology is real. Because in ancient times, you hit the nail on the head. Ancient Egypt, they did not have the knowledge of science that we do today. They had the concept slowly. Of course, star means basically wandering planet, if I understand correctly. I forgot which ancient Greek person that coined the term planet. I forgot who it was, or stars, I should say. But back then, they didn't know. Again, like I said before, they didn't have any better science that we know today. They didn't have the tools of science that we do today. They didn't have it back in the 1500s, like Kepler, Copernicus, and all those other people. Well, I should say the Renaissance times. So the best they could do at the time was to use. The best they could do at the time was to use stories that they told each other, and when they looked in the skies, it's kind of like looking at clouds. When you see a puppy dog and when you see a cloud formation, it looks like a puppy dog to you. So that's where you get that's where you get astrology, because that's what they had at the time, and we've got way too many satellite images. We've had rovers go to Mars and things of that nature. We know better, guys. And deep down inside, people just want to believe what they want to believe. And when they hear atheists like myself, and like I said, I remember being a believer, and I was actually offended that there was this non-believer. And I get it that you're not used to running into atheists. But, not everyone, the bird situation, pooping on, and like I said, when I was young, a bird just happened to poop on me. Does that mean some gods are real or something?
Can I ask you a simple question, though?
Yeah.
So, you don't believe there's anything after or outside of this existence, right? This perception of existence, correct?
You mean as in like as in like the idea of gods or afterlife? Is that what you mean?
Oh, he means the five.
No, I just mean outside this. Like what we see, what we feel. There's nothing outside of what.
Oh,
we're living.
Well, yes, okay. I think I see what you're saying.
Craig's jumping
in.
Yes
and no.
Yes
and no. Let me explain why I say it that way. I'm not being a smartass. There's a reason why I say that. Okay.
I just want just a simple answer, though.
Okay, that's what I'm about to do.
Just because I want to write
Craig's Skype is screwing up, man.
Yeah. As I was saying, he's kind of cut. Okay. Like for instance, atoms. We can't see atoms with the naked eye, but we see the effects. From microwaves to weather and things of that nature. But now that we got the electronic microscope several decades ago, we can actually see atoms. Well, at least effects of atoms anyway. So yes and no, we can't see it, but that's been proven scientifically. So therefore, I know atoms exist. Now, until you show me some gods, and I'm using plural.
Oh, wait a minute, okay.
Because everyone's still using the word God because we're used to in Western society.
I understand what you're saying exactly, okay?
Okay, I got one for you. I got one for you, brother. Okay, wait a minute. I got one for him. I got a stumper.
Well, can I just finish this line of questioning?
Go ahead, Craig.
If you don't mind. I'm sorry. Okay, so this existence, like, right, they can calculate the Big Bang down to the last milliseconds, right? So you believe that?
Well,
yes,
no? To the best of their knowledge.
Just simple. Yeah, right? So what created the Big Bang? What was before the Big Bang?
It was not a god. I think that's even a more ridiculous notion than a Big Bang happening on its own. So some god is just hanging around in eternity. I think that's created the universe. That doesn't make any sense.
But I'm not speaking about like some entity that
that sat
actually
there and
agree
said,
with him
okay,
on
Big
that.
Bang. But like, just what's beyond it?
I don't
question,
like
right?
like I said before. Just because I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Okay, so
sometimes
now,
one of the best answers. I'm trying to answer your question, sir. Sometimes one of the best answers is I don't know when you don't know. That doesn't therefore equate there's a God. If someone stole my lunch at work and I didn't see the person, it must have been a leprechaun that stole it. That's from an atheist standpoint, with all due respect, sir, that's what it sounds like to me.
That
You're
sounds
assuming
like you
my
should
point,
be
though, right?
committed
Yeah,
to a
but
psychiatric
anyways.
hospital. Yeah, right?
I
Right,
digress.
Joseph?
Go ahead, Mike.
Right?
Sorry.
It sounds like you should be committed to a psychiatric hospital from a professional point of view.
Thorzy.
No.
Who's that?
What Craig is saying is that you don't believe in miracles as long as you can get that one miracle that you can't explain. Then
Well,
you
that's
can
not a
explain
miracle. That's
everything else.
science. That's science. That's not a miracle.
It's science.
It's just
to the
I
point
don't
of the
know.
Big Bang is what it's saying.
Obviously, none of us were there when it happened. But it doesn't therefore mean it's a miracle.
By the way.
And see, this is part of science, and I know it drives believers or people of faith, religion, whatever you want to call it. You guys are still believers from an atheist standpoint. Whether you're a deist or you're spiritual, it's still believing in something
Of course
that,
I
from
am.
my point of view, you don't
We're
see.
not the mad ones,
The
though.
best
No,
that scientists
belief-
are able to track based on Doppler shifts.
My beliefs
they can see
are
the Doppler
based
shift
on
using-
reality, based on real events that happened to me.
I'm
That
sorry.
is where my beliefs come from.
know,
So
the
yes,
science
if that's
can't
what you
even
mean
prove
by
the
a
earth is
believer,
round.
then I am a believer. I believe what I see.
Okay,
Right in front of my
okay,
eyes.
you guys, can I say this? Just because I say that, I'm not trying to offend you guys. I'm just saying that's what you guys are. You do believe. You believe in something. It may not necessarily be strict Christianity or whatever denomination, but you do believe in something. You guys admitted it yourself. So me using the word believers, it's not pejorative. It's not meant to be negative or anything like that. Because the truth is, you guys are believers. Now
Man,
you believe in.
If you know what I
different
should
things,
have
but
done.
Nevertheless, you still
One of these
didn't you guys
times.
say that you believe in such and such?
Joseph,
You-
we
you
gotta
guys are
have
the ones
someone
who use
else
that
on your
word.
team, eh? I'll get you someone else on your team. The next time, we'll get the famous caller from Art Bell, the atheist, on with you.
Oh, I work alone. I mean, that's up to you. I mean, it's your show. I mean, if you want to get someone else on, I personally like to work by
Oh, man.
myself.
This guy
I've done
was-
that team thing, and I'm not so good at it.
This guy was unbeatable.
I'm not so convinced in science. I mean, every time they prove something, something else gets shown that it's not real. You know, just
Well, okay,
I mean, I love science.
Well, you know, even
okay?
even
I do,
science
but I don't
says
think it's
that there's
based on
something
proven
giving
things.
order to chaos. There's always, every time technology lets us look a little bit deeper into the atoms and stuff like that, there's a whole nother order to the chaos that was already there pre-existing. And it's like, wow, you know, why is this like that? Why is this like that? Every time we get some new technology and we're seeing some, and you know, I've read where some guys like say, man, you know, this science may one day prove that God exists. Not yet, but this guy believed.
Which gods are you talking about? I forgot your name, sir. I forgot your name.
Ronnie.
Ronnie, that's it, Ronnie. See, Ronnie, which gods are you talking about? Because you're just using the word God, and for me, as an atheist, to me, there are several notions. I don't believe in any of them, but there are more than one. There are more than one beliefs in the Judeo-Christian viewpoint of God. Which ones are you talking about?
Okay,
are
wait
you,
a minute.
Are you meaning
Ronnie,
like God as in
Ronnie,
Jesus Christ,
Ronnie,
kind of God, or
tell him about your goblin attack, and maybe he'll figure this out.
No, I'm being rhetorical. Actually, I'm being rhetorical.
I'm thinking it, Ronnie. Explain your goblin attack to him, and then maybe he'll clue into where we're coming from.
Well, you know, when I say God, it just means a higher power, something greater than ourselves out there that created us, that started us, that knows more than we know, and it could be, hey, this thing could be alien, it could be anything that. You know, but even the scientists say, you know, it gives order to chaos, and when technology increases and we look deeper into everything and we see, you know, this newfound structure of order, and they're like, you know, the Earth has to be way older than we think it is, for everything to evolve like it does. You know, so it's a big mystery as to who did it, what did it, you know, but it's like there's something mysterious out there, you know, a higher power, a God I don't want to put God in a box and say, this is what God is, and I don't think anybody really knows
Ronnie,
what it
can
is.
I ask you this, Ronnie? Why does it have to? Why are you limited to just one God? How can it be? Why can't it be like 3 or 20? I did some research about ancient Egyptian gods for a science fiction story, which I never ended up writing years ago. When after the movie 300 came out, I was kind of inspired to write something my own. But anyway, and I did research on ancient Egyptian gods. They had like hundreds of, the god of death, the god of. So why are you limited to just one god, Ronnie?
There could be the Greek gods. All could have been true stories, instead of made up stuff. I mean, we don't know. All we know is that life is way more complicated than something that would just simply evolve. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, I noticed that you say God, and that's your bit. I'm not criticizing you at all, but I'm just picking with your brains, and that's what we're here about, right, on the show, right? Because you guys do that to me, and I like to do it with you guys too. But I just noticed that you just automatically say God. And from what your story, what you were saying earlier, that you were like in deep, like you were kind of like, not experiment. What's the word I'm trying to say? You're like to discover, see if God was real. But I just find it interesting that you automatically go to one God.
Oh no! There's, I have no idea. There could be a whole family of them. We don't know. Nobody knows really.
There's a family of Bigfoots in the woods behind my house. I have many thoughts of astral travel, and I've actually experienced fairies.
The god of the forest.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. No, okay, how do you explain this one? I approach a graveyard, and the fog is only coming from the graveyard. No, there's ground fog, but it's only drifting across the ground from the graveyard itself. Nowhere else is there ground fog, just from that little tiny old graveyard. And as I walk up to it, and this is real, this happened to me. Everyone else saw it too. I was the only one brave enough to walk towards it. It happened on our farm.
Oh, sorry.
And the fog was going across the road from the graveyard, but there was no other ground fog anywhere else. And
the closest. Are you? I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, Joseph, what happened to me.
Okay, I was trying to see when we could come in. I wasn't sure if you were done or not. That's all.
No, you can jump in anytime. That's why I paused.
Well, okay, real quick. My closest guest. Remember, you're dealing with dead bodies and perhaps the decompositioning of some of the bodies.
Graves,
in addition
no,
to
wait
the ground
a minute.
fog?
Wait a minute. No,
I've seen plenty of ground fog.
Whoa.
We have a lot of.
Okay, stop right there. This graveyard has not been used for over 200 years. The stones are 1800s. Okay, so there's no decomposing bodies left.
Okay, it could be that because of it's a cemetery, so therefore it's condensed. You have a lot of greenery. And it's
a desert, and it's like a desert, man. Dude,
when you look around cemeteries, it's not so much grass.
No, it's like a desert. It's like a desert. The farm is like a desert. It's very. Everything is very, very dry and dying. If you don't irrigate, then it will die. In the middle of summer at that time, it would all die.
In Arizona.
And we don't irrigate that side, so there's no moisture there at all. So you can excuse that one as well. Out of the picture. That's not an explanation.
Okay, well then I don't know. Under the circumstances from this anecdote that I'm hearing from you, Michael, the best I can say, and that was my best guess under where I heard from you. So without knowing other situations, which I normally try to get, because when I do my own informal investigations, because I basically do, I don't know. But that doesn't therefore follow that it's some kind of supernatural thing just because I don't know.
Dude, there's friggin' smoke coming from gravestones from the 1800s, but nowhere else, drifting all around my feet, and you're telling me that's not supernatural?
I personally don't. Again, I am a skeptic. I told you this when we first met. I am a skeptic. No, I do not believe supernatural. But based on what you're telling me, that's all I have to go on.
Okay, how do you explain?
I would have to be there myself, or I would have to.
All right, how do you explain a fireball in the sky chasing me through the freaking tobacco fields? How do you explain that one? And shooting down,
it,
and it's
but
shooting
I also don't want to
down.
offend you because
This thing was shooting down. Okay, it's shooting down beams of energy, like Star Wars. Zap, and there's this like triangular freaking zap. You know, like lightning. But in between the triangle, shut up, Kurt. I was not. I was irrigating my tobacco field. And I had a 2-hour loss of time as well. But the thing zapped like a triangle, and it was like lightning. But in between the triangle was like almost like a tie-dye, sort of like a blue and white cloudy effect. But it went zap like lightning. I don't know how to describe it any other way. It was like something that was Star Trek, man. I should try to do a visualization and make a thing for people to see.
Maybe record it. Next time it happens, maybe record it.
No, next time it happens, things like that just don't happen again, man.
But that's just it. It just if you guys could take from a point of view from a skeptic. Maybe if I don't use the word atheist, that might help be a little bit more palatable for some people. But as a skeptic, I mean, it just seems like it's always convenient that for some reason someone didn't have something to record, or it doesn't happen again, or there's always some reason why we don't see proof of it.
If it happens to you, let me tell you, man. When it happens to you, you are so dumbfounded by it, and you're thrown into a whole different reality, and all of a sudden everything's real, and that's real. Oh my God, that's real, and you're so shocked by this. You don't think about getting a camera out or doing anything like that? Sorry, man.
I understand what you're saying, but can you see from my point of view, when you hear thousands of people say that, then you got a pattern.
I wouldn't lie to
and
you.
There's always, with modern technology, with all these smartphones, now, of course, mind you, we have a lot of UFO footage now. Now, we also have a lot of drones, so that just complicates things now these days when you're talking about UFOs, specifically UFOs, because now there are thousands of drones now. Now, I actually saw one for the first time in my life being used by the Lincoln Police Department here in Lincoln, Nebraska. It was at one of the protests I was at. Doesn't matter. It was recently. But anyway, and I was like, wow, this is the first I have actually seen a drone being used. It was by the police department.
Okay. So,
and it was beautiful structure.
What I said,
and if you didn't know any better, you would have thought that was, as people say, UFOs. So, I mean,
I'm not
UFOs, the literal meaning is unidentified.
That's right.
Flying
we don't know
or
what it
floating
is.
Object.
That's right. We don't know what it is. We don't know what
exactly,
that is.
and unidentified.
It doesn't mean you're a lunatic. You're just saying.
Weather balloon.
All we're saying is we don't know what that is.
Ezekiel chapter 1. Only.
We saw something. We don't know what it is.
If I can say this real quick, you guys, I'm a lot like the fictional character out of X-Files, like Mulder. I seriously want to believe
Ronnie,
that they're specifically aliens.
Joe,
not God.
Actually,
I'm talking about
Joe
aliens
Roop,
now.
are you still there?
I would love to see him. What's that?
Joe Roop, are you still there? Ronnie Dawson, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell my guest about your experience a little bit? About your goblin attack?
I'll make it quick. We've been seeing some UFO craft. I mean, in the daylight at night, and I'd seen like 2 in a 7-day period, and we wanted to get some footage of it, and I wanted to shoot a laser at the damn thing and see if the beam deviated because of the propulsion system of the craft. So we were UFO watching. We were hoping to get a chance to get some footage of it. in case of the laser being shot at it and bending towards the propulsion system on it. That way we'd confirm that, this wasn't just lights in the nighttime. That's a problem that you have when you take a picture at night. It's just lights in the dark, and skeptics are going to say that could be a street light. And so we wanted to catch the laser and the UFO at night. And anyway, we got the opportunity to pull this thing off, and we shot the laser around the craft, but it didn't. The light did not deviate like we had hoped, and we failed to get some footage of it. But 2 days later, it must have pissed ever whose spaceship that was off, because they came and paid me a little visit in my home. I just laid down in bed, and my feet had just left the floor, and I had laid back in the bed, and they pinned me in that bed, and they came in my house and ransacked it. And I had lights on, and I seen them running around the living room, and they were opening drawers, and they were digging through shit. They were 18 inches tall. And they were basically ransacking my house looking for something. I assumed the laser, because the whole thing ended when they finally got to where the laser was being kept. But at one point, they run underneath the bed, and they were bouncing my ass up and down off the bed. And it was like they had an EMP device that separated. My mind could tell my body to jump out of bed and yell and grab something to hit them with, and I could not move. They had me absolutely frozen in bed. And my cat that was in the house too ran in there and jumped into bed with me. And when they started bouncing the bed, he took off. So I was watching all this going on, and finally, when they finally left, my body was acting. My body jumped out of that bed, and I grabbed a golf club and I cursed at them, and it was like they had broken up the signal between my brain and my muscles. And when they unfroze me, I just acted on something I tried to do like 5 minutes earlier. And I went on a big alien hunt in my house trying to find these damn things. Really pissed off, and I was going to kill them, man. I was going to have some proof that aliens exist, because I was fixing to kill one of these son of bitches. And
were they more like the lizard kind, or more like grays, or because the prevailing viewpoint of aliens is like more like
I've never seen anything
lizard type
like these.
or the grays.
No, they weren't like your typical gray aliens. These things were, they had a battle armor or an exoskeleton on them.
Right.
And it had like a humanoid face, and I never did get a good look at his hands, but his arms were really long, and I'm not so sure that it may not have been part insect. And I seen him move at such amazing speed. Your eyes couldn't even focus on them when they were moving, but when they stopped, you could see them clear. And they run on all fours, and they stood on two, and they moved so fast that your eyes couldn't even focus on them when they were running. But when they stopped, you could see them. And then they run up underneath my bed and started bouncing the hell out of my bed and trying to dig through the mattress. And I had claw marks underneath the mattress. They had tore my box spring cover. There was claw marks.
What did you do with the mattress? Can I ask you, Ron, what did you do with the mattress with the claw marks?
I got rid of that son of a bitch, because I was afraid, as much pulling and stuff as they had done up underneath there, I was afraid that they dug something in there and hid something.
I would have kept it for proof, part of evidence. You see what I'm saying?
What?
I would have. Yeah, that's what I would have done.
I thought about calling the police, but I'm a hazardous material transport driver, and I don't need that kind of, people don't want you to drive their gas trucks when you see shit like this, And I couldn't come right out and call the police. I really wanted to call the police and see if we could get some kind of prints and stuff, but I couldn't do it because it jeopardized my whole career.
I have heard about that. People's careers being ruined.
Yeah, there was two people I could tell.
Now people are actually making careers off it.
Yeah. And it was like, that's not something you can't really tell people. It's sad that it is that way. But like I said, for every UFO story that's been told, I bet there's 5 that's never been told.
Well, real quick, guys, this is the closest thing I come to a UFO, and I'm going to use the word story, and you'll see why. This will take a few seconds, I promise. My first wife, years ago, and we were driving in a kind of a more isolated area in Lincoln, Nebraska. Is by the airport, and we were driving back home, and it was late at night, and I saw some kind of flash for sure, and I think she saw it too, because we both like, oh, what was that? And we kept looking, and this is about like 15 years ago, So that's a long time ago. And we were when we were going back home or going back out, whatever. That same night, come to find out it was fireworks. It was not 4th of July, United States. It was. I don't know what the occasion was, but it definitely was fireworks. It was like, oh, and I was disappointed. Like I said, guys, that was a miniature investigation. And it was, at the time, for me specifically, it was a UFO, because I didn't know at the time that was fireworks. And when I found out, I accepted that it was not. So, I mean, yes, I would love to see aliens, whatever form they come in. Whether it's, whether it's like a single cell or...
Go to Google and look at Ronnie Dawson UFO, and I put some original pictures there that I got from a year after that incident happened. I seen 3 different craft, and they flew a mothership over the top of me. They had to be an 1/8 of a mile wide and a 1/2 a mile long, and I actually got some footage of it. And you can go to Google and type in Ronnie Dawson UFO, and it'll show you those pictures. And on the surface of that damn thing, from a 1/2 mile away, this thing is as tall as a telephone pole. It's this huge insectoid creature standing there on the surface of this thing. And I've had experts from all the world look at this footage, and nobody's been able to debunk it. They've told me what camera I use. They told me what software I use to brighten the picture, and nobody's ever disproved it. And there's a picture of an alien on it, not a little gray alien like everybody thinks there is. I'm not even so sure that those things are even real. You want to see a real alien? You can go to Google.
What's your last name so I can look it up? Is it Ron or Ronnie?
Ronnie, Ronny.
So I can look it up.
Dawson UFO. And I guarantee you this thing, everybody in the world has researched this thing. And it's original for the camera. They told me what software I used, and they told me what degree I brightened it. And that's all that's ever been done to it. It's never, image creation software has never touched it. And they can confirm that. And, and I've had some world-class people look at this thing. The American Skeptic Society wanted to study it, and I turned it. I turned the original images.
I noticed that you said they wanted to. Did they actually study it? Investigate it?
Yeah, they asked me if they could take a look at it, and they wanted the original footage, and I sent it to them.
What was their conclusion?
I never heard another word from them. They said it wasn't enough evidence to be conclusive, or something to that extent, but they certainly didn't say it wasn't anything.
Well, it's not quite the same as confirming that it happened, but it is intriguing that they said that it was not enough to, it depends on where you're coming from. Everyone's biased, let's be honest about it. Yeah. If you want to believe, you're going to say it proves that it happened. If you're a skeptic like me, it's saying something's not conclusive, enough to debunk, it's not quite the same as confirming that the event happened.
I absolutely.
That's just my view.
They're working hard to confirm. One of the pictures I have has a starfield pattern in the background, Joseph. And they said that the starfield pattern I captured along with the footage that I captured shows that this thing is bigger than anything we got flying in the sky. And then that's there on Google too. And when you see it, looks like a starfield pattern underneath it.
Real quick, here's another one. Okay, that alien convention put on by History Channel when I was in San Jose last year, back in October. This is what's interesting for me. A couple of the staffers at the convention, a young lady, her friend, a boyfriend, whatever he was, they said they had gone to, where's Area 51? I always get this two mixed up. There's Roswell and Area 51. I think it's Area 51 they said they went to. They didn't go to it, but she lives close to it, and she took her binoculars, or whatever it was, telescope, whatever. And according to them, and I want everyone to hear this is important because it has to deal with the date and time, so that way we can at least measure something. She said every Wednesday night she would see lights around Area 51. And I was like, what do you mean late? You mean like in the AM? She's like, yeah, kind of like bleeds from like say 10:30 or 11 o'clock to, I guess, like past 1 in the morning or 12 in the morning. Area 51 area. So Wednesday night, guys, whoever's close, if UFO Bros, I follow them on Twitter too. I think they may be checking it. I don't know. Those guys are funny and serious, but you got to take them seriously too. But anybody else who may be close to that, seriously, Area 51, Wednesday nights that bleed into Thursday mornings. Look for lights in that area. That's what I was told by the staffer who lives not far from Area 51 when I was at the Alien Con in Silicon Valley last year. Now, I just have her words to go on, but that's what she told me. But anyway, it gives us something. We have a time and we have a date. Well, no, well, not date so much as a day. So that at least we know to check for, there's a window of time that anyone that's near Area 51, check it out. I mean, it doesn't hurt to investigate. Like I said, I'm a skeptic, but I'm not a debunker. If I can see proof, fine, show it to me. But it'd be great if someone, and use my other Twitter feed, Joseph Moore, not the Master Mastaba, but please send it to me on Twitter, Joseph Moore.
Most impressive.
Just that simple on Twitter. And if you have any proof of that in Area 51 on Wednesday nights until Thursday mornings, please tweet me. And I hope the government doesn't do anything.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Indeed.
Yes,
but I'm just saying that's the closest clue I've gotten from anyone about Area 51.
Yeah, the thing about lights is, and the problem I've had I've got a lot of pictures of lights, and you got nothing. I mean, I've got video of light sequencing and stuff, but then again, it's nothing. They could say it could be military flares. They could say it could be lights from a DC-9. It's just you can't really prove anything with pictures of night lights in the darkness. It just
especially these days and age when you have a lot of airplanes and satellites. I saw the International Space Station a couple of times.
Yeah.
It looks like a plane, but just without just a small dot.
Your midichlorian level is low.
Yeah,
we got a lot of satellites up there too, not just drones. There are also satellites that we can see late at night or early in the morning. So
really?
you got to factor that in too. So I mean, because we live in a high-tech world, so when you see UFOs, everybody, you got to the scientific method or part of that is deductive reasoning. Kind of go down a list of what it could and could not be, and could it be a satellite?
Just make believe.
And if it is a satellite, do you see strobe lights? Well, then if you see strobe lights, it's not a satellite.
So it's like we're like Peter Pan, we're like Peter Pan. So like we're everyone's just make believe that these things are abducting us, and we got shit in our arm and stuff like that. Anyways, that's what
you mean as far as
that has nothing to do with religion or anything. But you're a skeptic, and we're talking about UFOs now. So this is a whole different...
Right, we shifted to UFOs, right.
This is a whole different subject.
Yeah, you're right. It is. You're absolutely... I definitely agree with you on that one, Michael.
Yeah.
UFO is very different from the supernatural.
Yeah, that's right. This is something that could be real, whether you are whatever, if you're an atheist or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, the atheist, that's more religious thing.
No, that's right. It doesn't matter. When UFOs are abducting people... And this is really happening. It doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I don't think the ET care.
They don't care. They don't care.
Well, I was just going to suggest to people, if I can, real quick, Michael, and everyone else. Like I said, a couple times I saw the International Space Station. Try to rule these out. If you do see a UFO, that's awesome. Try to record it, but just keep these in mind. When satellites, you can see in space sometimes they're just like look like a star. Just they go faster than they go slower than a plane in the sky, but you can definitely see the arc. But you cannot see strobe lights. That is most likely a satellite or the International Space Station. So rule that out. And strobe lights, that's very important. Does it look like it's like 30,000 feet in the air? Because our planes fly that high. If you see strobe lights, and especially contrail, most likely that's a jet. Try to rule that out. Drones, if you see drones, some drones don't, most of them do have lights. Pretty much all of them, don't they? They tend to have lights. Listen for the sound of the whirring sounds of motors. If you can hear like a whirring sound of motors, chances are that's a drone.
Listen
I'm
to
just
me.
saying these are things that people can do if they want to look for UFOs.
Joseph,
just
this is your...
Before you start getting all excited like I did that one time when I saw fireworks.
You're totally
Go through
ignoring
the
me.
list real quick and
Wait a minute.
try to rule out if it's not one of these
You're
other
supposed to be my Padawan learner, aren't you not? This is the Dark Lord of Star Wars. Hello, Joseph?
Darth Vader?
Yes, it's the Dark Lord from Star Wars, yes.
Darth Vader's boss.
Yes,
I haven't seen you in a few
his
days.
stinking boss, yes. Your midichlorian level is getting low. You need to ingest another victim.
Interesting.
Yes.
You should be a voice actor, Michael.
Your midichlorian level is very low, Joseph. You need to
it is.
Come to the dark side. Please.
Don't say
Come
I
to
am.
the dark side. We will show you energy. You will
He does that pretty well, doesn't he? Seriously, dude, you can be a voice actor.
the energy you deserve, and you will be nurtured with this dark energy.
Sounds kind of kinky.
That's pretty good.
What the hell? I don't know what's going on, man. What just happened, man?
It's Wolfman. I'm back. Wolfman's back. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Man, what was that?
What the hell just happened?
I don't know, man.
Shit, that was crazy,
Possessed by the
man.
Dark Lord.
Sound like it. How quick he came back.
I don't know what that was. Anyway, yeah, that was groovy, though. Oh, man.
Most impressive.
Yes, indeed. It
Astral
was
projection there?
Most impressive.
Hey, if you guys don't mind, can I just finish my my line of questioning there?
Yeah.
That wasn't against you, eh? Like I wasn't presuming anything. What my point was that.
No, I didn't think that. I honestly didn't.
No, I
think
know
that.
it's okay. Just okay, but my point is just that it's
sure.
unexplained, right? So when people have these experiences, like where they can't explain it and they assume it's something, right? And they're just religion's the way to explain that, you know.
Yes, I agree.
But atheism, my point is don't you think atheism is a bit of a closed-minded way to think about it? Because if you can't explain it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means you don't understand.
We're conflicting kind of a couple of things. That's why for one thing, there's supernatural and there's aliens. Aliens fall more under the closer to the paranormal. That's why I just said a few minutes ago to Michael, or whoever it was I was talking to, when it comes down to talking about UFOs, I prefer to use the word skeptic, because when you say atheist, and I'm a strong atheist, I will always be an atheist, but that's when we're talking about supernatural or religious or spiritual stuff. Because when you're talking about UFOs, that's not spiritual, that's paranormal. You know, like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster, because it is a possibility, and it's been known to happen, like in the deforestation. The rainforest being cut down. Scientists are discovering so many species, like amphibious and bugs that we've never seen before. So there is a possibility. I doubt it, but it's a possibility. There could be some kind of humanoid species out in different wood areas that just simply were never discovered, because human beings, we don't build cities right in the middle of forests. So I'm just saying, so that's a different, when you're talking atheist versus skeptic. I prefer to use the word skeptic when it comes to the UFOs, because you're blurring different things. One, atheism deals with theological speculation and religion and spirituality, whereas UFOs, that's paranormal.
If you would
does that help a little bit?
Yeah, man, it helps a lot.
Well, yeah, but my point is that, like, if you can't explain it, you can't really shoot it down, is all I'm saying. And when it comes to aliens, like, okay, yeah, sure, you have some sort of belief towards them, but why is it different?
No, not belief. Well, go ahead.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
But why is it different when you start talking about religion? All of a sudden you flip a script and you're completely opposed to it.
I didn't do a good job explaining.
I'm not trying to make you mad.
Your lack of faith.
No. I'm not mad. I'm just. I hear this like for several years. I guess I don't do a good job of explaining the difference. But go ahead. What's your question?
Oh, that was it. Like, what's the difference between slightly believing or even having a chance of believing UFOs, but then when it comes to religion?
Oh, okay. I just said a few seconds, but that's okay. I don't mind saying it again. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying a different tack here. Okay, UFOs. Think about the basic concept of, traditionally speaking, when we say UFOs, what is it we're talking about? Traditionally, not just flying saucers, but just some kind of alien craft that's
Something we can't explain and don't understand.
Well, that's a bit vague, but traditionally speaking, UFO deals with some kind of technology involved.
Okay,
some kind of alien.
What about pilots that have seen it? Like little accounts of pilots and military people that have seen them, and it's documented. Like that's just real.
But the basic difference is the key word that I used was technology. See, it is. I mean, look at us as human beings. We are we keep looking for aliens when we are the aliens. We are the aliens.
I agree with that. We are. Now you're coming down to it. Now we're coming down to it. Okay.
Mars,
okay.
Now we've arrived at
you know what? That's you know what?
Proper.
Fuck, man. Now you're coming down to it. Now we're coming down to something that we both agree with, and when it riddles down to and boils down to is what? Joseph, what does it boil down to?
Are you being rhetorical, or you really want me to answer?
No, I want an answer. Like, I think it's the same as mine.
What it boils down to is it's the tangible and technology. There is a possibility. I don't think it's likely, but it is possible that some other aliens can arrive here via technology. That's not the same as from a religious standpoint. When you believe in spiritual beings like afterlife, and that deals with it. That's a hyper, on a different level. When you're talking coming back from the dead, or some gods whatever existed that's outside of the universe and create. That's very different from technology. But I'm not saying you have to agree with me, but do you understand where I'm coming from? You don't have to necessarily agree with me.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
But that's where I'm coming from.
I understand exactly where you're coming from now. It's because you haven't experienced anything even remotely like that.
No, that's right. I just told you about the UFO. Remember, I saw the lights, the fireworks. For me, at that time,
just hold on a second,
guys. At that time, that was my UFO moment. I saw something I couldn't explain, and then come to find out I was wrong. It was just fireworks.
The same thing again. But what you're trying to say, like what you're telling me, literally, is what you're telling me, is that you can see a UFO. It's in our reality, so you can tangibly understand that. But because
it's not an understanding. I understand. It's not just understanding.
Jesus, man.
It's what's logical.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's logical. An alien spacecraft flying around in our atmosphere, but
do you understand why I'm saying it's logical?
You haven't. No, all I'm saying is that you haven't experienced the spirituality side. You haven't experienced anything you can't explain.
I was raised Pentecostal. I understand how it is. Maybe you didn't hear that part. I don't know. I have to remind myself. It's possible you didn't hear that part. I was a Christian for most of my life, longer than I've been an atheist. Okay. I know how it is to be a believer. But some people just change. Some people experience. Some people go from being an atheist to becoming a believer. That's their business.
This is awesome radio.
But I'm not going to tell you something that's not true is true.
KTLK, the Fridge.fm.
Well, you don't know. You don't know aliens are true, and you don't know spirituality is true. How come
okay.
No, listen. Let me finish one sentence, please.
I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, I was still talking, like mid sentence.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
But okay, both of them are unexplained to you. Why is one less valid than the other, except for that you can see it? You know what I mean? Just let me finish. No, this is just my point, is that the only difference is that you can't see it with your eyes. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Never mind.
No, keep going. You're
can't
awesome.
See it with
this
your
is
eyes.
awesome
you can't
radio,
see it in our
man.
physical reality.
It's not just what you see with your eyes or not. That's why I said the electronic microscope. You can actually see atoms. I guess maybe I go too many tangents. I have to do more poetry than I do.
I'm not trying to just.
Well, I'm trying to answer your questions. You keep going. Would you like for me to answer, or are you trying to?
You are
no. All I'm trying to do is just make a simple point. Is that you can't experience it. In this reality, so you don't believe it's true. That's the only difference between.
No, you're partially correct in that. Because I am an atheist. I do not believe that there are any afterlife or gods. I don't see, and nor have you seen anybody come out of the grave and go, hey, the afterlife is real? Have you actually seen anybody fucking raised from the dead and tell you that you Christians were right and the atheists were wrong? We need to get our shit together and start believing. That's the bottom line of that's what a lot of Christians would like for us to do.
I understand. But
Okay,
again,
so
I'm
until
seeing
someone
things like
raises from the dead and shakes my goddamn hand, I'm going to be a fucking atheist, okay? I'm trying to be polite about this, but Jesus Christ. I thought I made that rather plain. Whereas there's a possibility because we are actually...
Ambola Parafina.
Yes. Yeah.
Kingston, J.A.
Fighting and fussing and fighting. No more fussing, no more fighting. Alright, guys.
Jamaica, Africa, Jamaica, Africa, Jamaica, Africa, Jamaica, Africa, Jamaica, Africa, Jamaica, oh, Africa, Fajare da fe ambola farafina, I'm make dance in Ayarai. I'm Sarah Montego Bay, Kingston, J.A. Ninga mono yarami, Tula Shama. Ninga mono yarami. Ninga mono yarami, Tula Shama. Ninga mono yarami. Ninga mono yarami, Wolo Foshama. Ninga mono yarami. Ninga mono yarami, Ashanti Shama.
You always want a ticket so you can latch on to. You don't like research.
Jamaica, Africa,
Saying scientists that the planets or the universe.
Africa, Jamaica,
This is why you help on top of everything else. It's not logical to believe in any gods at all. That's just how I am. Because I don't believe like you do. I talked about upset because this one lady was not Christian like me, and I looked at her differently. And I was actually offended. So people like you reinforce my atheism part of it. And it's not, and I'm not going to become an atheist.
But just listen to me. All I'm saying is, like, my spiritualism, like, I don't have any belief in any...
Spiritualism is the same as religion. because you understand that when you're talking about supernatural versus paranormal, they're different things. You're measuring different things. You don't measure in inches. Well, you could, but I wouldn't recommend it. You shouldn't measure in inches when you're measuring something that's miles long.
What were you measuring? Wait a minute. What were you measuring in inches? What exactly were you measuring in inches?
Oh my God! I shouldn't have said that. I stepped into that one.
I had to ask.
I should have said that.
Now, why
I'm sorry
are you talking
for
about
losing my. I shouldn't have cursed. I apologize.
Is this a black white thing?
I shouldn't do
you
that.
know, is
I
this,
apologize.
you trashing the white
I just
man
want
now.
to say, I was never mad at you or nothing. Like, I was the first time when you got excited and I kind of got off the phone there. I digressed. Was because you were so mad, right? But all I was bringing up is just that it's unknown.
I wasn't mad before. I was mad here just a few seconds ago. But no, I wasn't mad before.
I like it when you're mad.
Right? But it's all good, man.
The best part is when I get Joseph mad.
I want to leave in a good terms. I'm sorry I get all worked up. And actually, believe it or not, that's actually low key for me. Believe it or not. That's why I don't have any friends.
I dig it, man. You're awesome.
I have a lot of acquaintances. But
you remind
like I said,
me
I work by myself.
so much.
I stay by myself, except for my wife.
Bro, you remind me of my brother. My older brother has the same beliefs. And he loves listening to you too, by the way.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't have a belief, but I appreciate that.
No,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So it's pretty cool talking to you. I like it. I feel like I'm talking to my brother.
I like it too, but I'm upset that I got upset. So I apologize.
No, you're good, man. You're all good. No, you're fine, man. Everybody loves you, man. We love your beliefs.
Much love to everybody.
We need that. We need that. You have to have salt with the pepper. You have to have yin with the yang.
That's true indeed.
You have to have the mix. Or, that's what we all are. There's a little bit of this in me and a little bit of that in you.
You know what, Michael? I just noticed it's like 7 after 8 at Central Time.
I know.
United States. I didn't know how long we were going to go.
I know. You're awesome, buddy. And it was a great show. And
what's that?
It was an awesome... And thank you so much for sticking it out with us, man. You were amazing tonight.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And Ronnie's there. And Ronnie, thanks for coming in, Ronnie, too.
I think he...
awesome.
Yeah, you had great...
Are we still on?
He always has great stories.
Thank you.
We always have weird stories for you, so and you can use them in your books, dude.
Oh no! I would not do that because of the possibility of the risk of somebody coming back for legal purposes.
Oh come on, that's just between us,
no, I'm
man.
serious. I would never do that. That's as an author, I personally would never do that.
I don't care if you use my stories for your books, for inspiration for your books, because that's a real story. You can throw it into fiction, and then people can just think what they want, and there's nobody blamed for it. Right? It's fiction.
I say better safe than sorry. I don't want to be sued for millions and take
between you and me, if you use some of my stuff that I've seen, whatever I've talked about, and I have some pretty wild stories, I don't care if you use them.
Yeah, we hate attorneys.
Because you're cool like that, Michael.
Yeah, you go ahead. Use it in your books. That's cool, man. He's got some great ideas in his books, guys. Yeah. I wouldn't have him on here. This gentleman is a
thank you for
intellectual well, it just doesn't end. It's like, I don't know what to call you. Fountain of knowledge.
Just a science fiction author.
Yeah, but
That's
not just a fountain of knowledge, really. Yeah, and he stands his ground on his terms, and I really respect that.
Well, I'm sure you want me to be honest with you guys, and that's just me being honest, you know. And I'm not the only one, you know. It's Richard Dawkins and the Lincoln, the secular humanist organization that I was a part of. We went down to Kansas when he was back in 2006. He came out with his God Delusion book, and we got a chance to see him in Lawrence, Kansas. And you know, I think he's kind of quiet lately. I haven't heard much of him like I used to back then, but he was awesome to listen to. And you know, he kind of made fun of Kansas, but you know, because it's a very conservative state. And you know, he wasn't being insulting or anything. It was just funny. But he's an evolutionary biologist. And actually, he came here to Lincoln, Nebraska. He actually did an installment for the Moral Hall, which is a museum of natural. Basically, it's kind of Lincoln, Nebraska's version of Museum of Natural History. And it was awesome meeting him, and I'm glad that we have one of his installation pieces on evolution here in Lincoln with the Moral Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you got a lot of fans, man. Atheist fans all over are digging you, man.
Seriously? Remember, my laptop died, so I don't have my laptop. Actually, I'm sitting outside, so I don't even know responses. I have no idea what's going on with.
I'm sure there's a lot more going on than we know. It's like Twitter's going crazy, Spreaker's going crazy, the chat rooms, and yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody out there. I appreciate it. And again, I sincerely apologize. I think that was Ronnie I was talking to. I know it's a podcast, it's different from radio, but I still try to keep my anger in check, and I'm sorry, especially for cursing. I'll try to do better next time.
Well, you know, if it's on the Saturday night show, that's groovy, man. But Sunday afternoon, and my apologies too, because I was trying to wake up and get past the hangover.
Well, we're used to Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Oh, I'm a nocturnal, dude. I got to go to work tonight.
Yeah, that's how are we still? We're still on the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't know what time you had to be at work, and I'm kind of want to make sure you're okay when you go in.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just watching the time. It's 9:15. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to go off the air.
I didn't know what time.
I have to get ready for work. But I'm hanging on because it's the weekend, and Wolfman's got to give to the people that's trying to listen to the Wolfman. So Wolfman gives.
Yeah, well, we want to make sure that Wolfman's taken care of too.
We're all right. We're good. Me and Sandra are fine. I'm looking after things. Don't worry.
Okay.
Fan contributions can help right now, though, because we are still trying to find a new place where we can go and set up a new studio. So anything, anyone that can help, go to monstercastleparanormal.com and go to the donate button if you can, because we are trying to set up a new studio, and we need funds to do it. We can't do it without you.
In Toronto, or where you are now?
I'm in Guelph. I'm trying to do this,
What's that?
man. I'm in Guelph. It's near Toronto. Guelph. The Royal City.
Hey, what else would you guys like to talk about? Anything in the news, paranormal related?
What I was going to ask is if anyone did get any results from trying to get something back from the Syrian people. From what I said earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Did anyone get any results back?
Right.
Because
anybody got any social media?
I could not get through. I could not get through. I'm serious. Everything I tried, I couldn't get anything through. No response.
You think it's blocked?
Definitely.
I'm
definitely
curious
think-
as to who's in. I wouldn't be surprised if it were Assad's regime blocking, but I wonder if it's on our end too, with the current regime in the
Well,
White House.
I don't know what's going on, but I can't get anything, anyone to answer me back from Twitter or anything. Every time I try doing it, my phone goes freaking freezing up. I got 4 computers around me, and I haven't tried on all the computers, but has anyone else tried? What are your results?
Well, even off air, we still can do it. You know, we don't have to just do it while we're on
Let's
air.
try it
We
right
can
now.
Still do it even afterwards.
Oh, man. Somebody's got to have some results. Nobody has the results. Ronnie?
Not, like I said, listeners, I don't have my laptop that crashed on me. I said that hours ago. I literally have 0 space on my laptop. I just put it in the basement. I'm not even going to recycle or throw it away because it has information.
Oh, man.
I'd rather just hold on to it and incinerate it or something.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on down there? I'd like to ask you, what do you think's going on down there? These 59 missiles, did they hit some, like, just barren target? Or what did they do? Did they waste our money? Or what did they do?
I know it cost $1 million. I read where it cost them. It was $1 million for all those rockets. That's what they cost. And I don't know. The Russians said that we didn't really hit that much, you know. And then I heard that we hit all the targets we aimed at except one. And but Russia says, you know, the runway's intact and there's a few old buildings got destroyed and stuff like that, and that we really didn't do much with them, you know. So who knows, you know. I think it's just Trump making a statement that he's a wild card and you better watch your ass because he's crazy enough to push
Pretty
the
much.
button.
Oh,
You know?
so he's gonna just go and throw like what is it? 180,000 or 180 million dollars. I don't know.
Yeah, it's $1 million
on
$1 million.
Here you go. Well, they're probably these cruise missiles had to be used up. They got to use them up, right?
Yeah,
Because
that could have been true. They could have just been looking for someplace.
yeah,
somebody
because they
that's
got
small.
to get used up because the they're gonna the date where they got to go bad, right? It has to be an expiry date.
But you know, Russia's saying that
I'm thinking expiry date. Expiry date on the expiry date on the missiles. The expiry date on the missiles is what actually made this happen because we got to use them somewhere.
Yeah, and that way we can spend $1 million. Well, they said the new ones are going to cost more than $1 million to replace them because the price went.
Exactly.
Wow.
Somebody's going to make some money here.
Well,
They said even the stock.
Otherwise,
stocks
it's
went-
you know
companies that make-
why did you make these missiles? So we got to cut down the amount of missiles we're making, right? Because it doesn't make sense to make all these missiles that don't get used.
Yeah. The company. Yeah, it's kind of funny. The company that makes the missiles, the stocks jumped because they knew they were going to have to replace the missiles at a higher cost than they cost to make them. So
now we're getting into
new upgraded version missile. Now they're talking about the ships are going to Korea. They're headed towards North Korea. You know, and you better not mess with that little man in North Korea. You know, he will push the button, man, the big button.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, you better leave that guy alone, man.
Man, that guy is a crazy motherfucker. He's worse than Igor. Damn. He's worse than Darth Vader. He is worse. Oh yeah. Who do we got with us still?
What's that?
Joe Sather. He's still here?
Yes, I am indeed.
Ow, baby. This is the Wolfman. 9:20. I'm gonna dig out here at 9:30. So that's in 10 minutes. and I have to shut down.
Yeah, you still got to go to work.
Yep.
You got to leave work to go to work.
That's all right. It'll still give me an hour to get ready. What was that? Who did that?
I walked by the dryer.
Oh my
The
lord!
dryer's like spinning.
I thought that was you, Wolfman.
I didn't do that.
It was like, wow. I was like, wow. Wow,
That was cool,
really
man. It was good. It was a good drop.
Yeah,
man.
remember our Friday the 13th special? It's like, maybe this is real this time.
Oh man, no, but we had it happen. He had it happen. Ronnie had it happen to him. Yeah,
Oh,
for
really?
real. Yeah, he did.
You know what pisses me off, Mike, is the fact that somebody had to have seen that on the radar. You know, there's 3 radar tires. There's one 58 miles, one 68 miles, and there's a 600-mile radar, 132 miles away, and yet nobody said about anything about seeing a half-mile UFO.
Yeah, no shit. And
like-
and these creatures that came in
Now,
your house.
How are we ever going to prove UFOs exist if we can't even get the people in the radar tires to come